Okay, hey, so in this video, we're going to be working with similarity in a right triangle. For this, first of all, we want to find the geometric mean. Okay, the geometric mean is a number, so that's if I divide A divided by X, that equals X divided by B. So I'm actually looking for that X. Next, right? When I divide a right triangle with an altitude, that means that it's perpendicular to that base out here. It forms that AD, this small piece of the hypotenuse, divided by CD equals CD divided by DB. We're going to see this later on with exercise, so I'm going to show you how that changes in the exercise. Okay. And the last one, that theorem or corollary of the theorem that we're going to be using is that if I have the leg and small pieces of the hypotenuse, then x divided by the leg one equals AB, so the big hypotenuse, so leg 1 divided by AB. And the same on the other side, right? So y divided by leg 2 and leg 2 divided by AB. Again, we're going to see how that moves on some exercises. So here, I want to find my geometric means between 9 and 4. So we're going to write it 9 divided by x equals x divided by 4. And now we're just going to cross multiply. So I have x 36 equals x squared. And I'm going to take the square root on both sides. So x equals 6. We're just using the positive part here. So it's just x equals 6. Okay, the next one again, 14 divided by x equals x divided by 6. So I'm going to cross multiply. So 84 equals x squared. The square root on both sides. So x equals 84. I can split it up as 4 times 21. Right, so x equals 2, square root of 21. So this one again, 9 divided by x equals x divided by 30. So 270 equals x squared. Square root of both sides, so x equals 9 times 30. So x equals 3 square root of 30. And we cannot simplify 30 anymore, so we leave it like that. Okay, so in this case, I'm finding the missing indicated value, right? We want to leave it in radical form. So in this case, I have my triangle, my small triangle up here, and I'm going to be working with that one and the big triangle, right? So first of all, I'm going to rewrite this one so you can see it better. So this one, I'm going to like flip it. So I'm going to have the red triangle right here. So this is x and the base is 36, right? So the big triangle, first of all, my hypotenuse right here, this is 100, right? So you add 36 plus 64, right? And I'm gonna write my base right now, that big triangle. So my base is x, and this is 100. So now I'm gonna rewrite a proportion, right? So this x on the small triangles is to the hypotenuse of the second one. So x over 100 equals the same order, right? 36, the base over x. So 36 over x. Now I'm just going to cross multiply. So 3 squared equals 3600. And now I'm just going to take the square root. So x equals 60. And that's it for this one. My second exercise, as you can see, I have my x right here. So first of all, I'm going to find this small value right here. So this one is 36, right? Because This side is 64, the whole segment is 100, so this is 36. So I'm gonna rewrite my triangle so you can see it better. So I have, again, this small triangle right here, that small triangle up here, this is 90, this size is X, and my back is 36. Now I'm gonna get this triangle right here, this triangle, and I'm gonna rewrite it also, right? So now my height of the big triangle is the base of this triangle, right? So this is X, and this is 64. So again, I'm going to rewrite that order. So X is to 64 as 36 is to X. Now I'm just going to cross multiply. So X squared equals 64 times 36. 64 times 36. So X squared equals to 304. And the square root on both sides. So X equals 48. So again, in this case, I have one of the side of the big triangle. So I'm going to work with that side and the big triangle, right? So X, let's do it right here, right? Remember that this hypotenuse is 25, right? So X, let's start with X with the hypotenuse of the small triangle. The hypotenuse of the small triangle is to the hypotenuse of the big triangle as the leg of the small triangle. So in this case, I'm using this side right here. So 9 is to the leg of the big triangle. So X, I'm just going to cross multiply. X squared equals 225, and the square root of both sides, X equals 50. So number 7, again, I'm going to be working with this small triangle right here and the big triangle, right? So in this case, the hypotenuse of the small triangle, so 60 over the hypotenuse of the big triangle, X equals the leg of the small triangle over the leg of the big triangle. Okay. So now I'm just going to cross multiply by simplifying this fraction, right, by 6. So 60 is to X as 6, or as 2 is to 5. And I'm just going to cross multiply. So 300 equals 2X. And now I'm going to divide by 2. So X equals 150. That's it. Okay, so my next exercise, I have the height of that big triangle. So that means that I'm working with the middle triangle and the small triangle, right? So I need to find this little piece right here, right? So this whole segment is 64. This whole segment right here is 64, and the whole hypotenuse is X. So this one up here is X minus 64, right? So I have 48 is the leg of this triangle is to the leg of the other triangle, 64 as X minus 64 is to 48. So when we have the altitude of that big triangle, the measure of the height, that means that we are gonna use that in a cross position, and the other two values are gonna be on that position. So I'm gonna start by simplifying that fraction. So by 16, I have 3 over 4 equals X minus 64 over 48. Now I'm going to cross multiply. So 144 equals 4 times x minus 64. So 144 equals 4x minus 256 plus 256. 400 equals 4x. So x equals 100. And that's it for this lesson. May the force be with you.